Hey guys, welcome back to Luke's Vintage RC. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a dedicated RC car channel where we're restoring vintage RC cars, RC boats, RC trucks, and sometimes we even do custom builds around the holiday season along with new releases that have to tie in with vintage RC. But what we got right here is something quite unique and quite special. You're looking at a 1985 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am by Nikko. Such a cool car. This is their 1/10 scale line. This one actually is a limited release with the Pepsi moniker on it, Pepsi logo. Now these cars did have some sisters available as well. The Pontiac Grand Prix is one of them. I'll show you an image of that car. And also a red Ferrari Testarossa they had. We modified a red one on my channel. You can find that video as well on my page. But this was a red car, and I always wanted a white one because I was a huge fan of the show, the series, Miami Vice, and fell in love with the white Ferrari Testarossa. This one does have some modifications. It has more modern electronics, LED for the lights, and a 540 motor. So quite a bit punchier and definitely faster car than these. But I showed you how to do all that in the video with this car. So definitely check that video out if you want to see how I did this transformation. But a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dive into this bad boy right now. So these are quite expensive if you're looking for one with the box in mint condition. But they do pop up from time to time and not too crazy price. But back in the day, this car was not cheap. Probably the price of a hobby grade RC car, believe it or not. I'm gonna say probably over $100 for this car back then. That's a lot of money. Probably with inflation, might be almost, I would say nearly 300 bucks. So let's show you what's inside. So you get a little bit of kind of like a brochure kind of thingy. Tells you about batteries and stuff, rechargeables that you can get for this car. Huge antenna. Let me show you what else is in here. This is what it kind of looks like. And pull this out. So that's the controller. Proportional radio, which is nice. You do get a flag for the antenna. You get mirrors for the side. You got to put them on yourself. And you get the antenna for the controller. Let's pull the car out slightly. I always wanted one of these cars mint, and I was lucky to get this one. There it is. Put this out of the way. Gorgeous car, my goodness. So not really 1/10 scale, but more like a 1/12 scale, I would say. They kind of always give little white lies in the toy world back then. Such a gorgeous car. So I'm not going to put any batteries in it because I want to see exactly what the performance of this car would be exactly to the T. And that would be when we go to the parking lot to run this car, we will crack open the batteries and pop them in. And then we'll get a top speed of this car. Now the boxes say for these cars 15 miles an hour. I don't think so. When I drove the Ferrari Testarossa, I was able to get over 20 with it, but that was with the 540 motor, and that's with 2S pack. So I'm having a hard time believing this car will do 15 with a smaller motor and heavy batteries. I don't think so. So we'll see what it does. I'm kind of guessing maybe about 11.5 miles an hour. I hope for more. So you go ahead and put your guesses in it and see. So that's pretty much it. It does have the year of on the bottom, 1985. And I'll show you a compartment in here. And there's where you put $30 worth of batteries. Unless you got the rechargeables. It does have a rechargeable jack in the back. So pretty cool. Never driven. Tires are still nice and soft. So it should perform okay. There's no suspension on this car really. A little bit in the front, but nothing in the back. It does have a kind of give a little bit near the rear, but that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much her in a nutshell. We're going to go ahead and find out what she does on the pavement and get a top speed. That's going to start right now. Alrighty guys, so now we got the mirrors out of the package. We got to create the mirrory part, reflective part. And when they give you the side mirrors here, they don't give you the mirror itself. So I'm going to make some out of styrene here, 0.5 millimeter, trim it to fit, but glue this, a little bit of aluminum foil to it, and then hot glue it on the inside of that. All right, let's go and get started. All right, guys, let's get a top speed run now, based off 0. So these come equipped with 360 motors. Let's get her out there as far as I can. Looking good, it's moving. A little shimmy there. What did we get? What did we get? 14 miles an hour for this bad boy. We'll take it. Not a speed limit by no choice, but it's okay. It's faster than a grasshopper. All right, now to the run review. All right, my friends, now we're getting ready to drive her. She looks really good. Drove pretty nice on top speed, just for that little brief second. Now we're just gonna drive it now regularly, see how she does, see how she handles. I'll go from there. So, here we go. A little shimmy there on turn, pretty grippy. Makes a nice little whine. You know, for being as old as it is, and as, you know, it's still a toy, it does all right. This car is nearly 40 years old. And it's moving all right. Nikko really did make some quality toys back then. You know, you don't see that anymore. with toy grade RCs. They're kind of disposable, albeit, you know, $30 worth of batteries in here. It better run decent. And you could tell that sometimes, I don't know, maybe the power's on and off, like full speed, but because just old electronics and glitchy, but still does its business. Gorgeous car. Steering's a little lackluster, but not bad. Makes a nice little wind out. Yeah. A little shimmy on the turn in. Tires gripping. Oh, got a little shake there. See if I get a little spin out here. All right, I think we're gonna bring her in. I don't want to abuse this one too much. Alrighty guys, that's a wrap on this bad boy. I think she did really well for what it is. No speed demon, but that's okay. You know, that's all right. So yeah, if you have any memories of one of these growing up, feel free to drop it down below. We'd love to hear about it. And if you can, hit that like button. Dislike if you want to. And please subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And hit the notification bells, because I promise you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. We got a lot of cool stuff. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for coming along this journey with me on this car. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye y'all.